Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Sidereal Midnight Plays Invisible Ink. On the last episode, we got access to all these shiny new missions, all of which are apparently much harder than what we were doing before. Yeah, fortunately, the day before I was getting set to do this recording session, somebody commented on one of my earlier videos and told me that on the early difficulty, on like the 1 shield, the unique features of each corporation don't happen. So I imagine now we're going to start experiencing the unique features of whatever corporation we steal from. Hopefully that doesn't murder us and everything we stand for. Oh, and also we upgraded agents. Banks has Anarchy 3 now, and Rush has Speed 3. And we got Taurus on Incognita. I'm not sure if that's a good program or not, but we have it. I'm not sure how many daemons there are in the game. My guess is a lot. Anyway, we're going to be going to the Plastech Chief Financial Suite to get a vault access key to access this vault. I really hope this mission stays available after we do this one. That's my hope. Because I think these ones stayed available, but their difficulty changed. So this may be a 3 shield by the time we get to it, but I want to get whatever secret goodies I can only get with a vault access card. That way, we can have enough money to do things like this one and this one. And, I don't know, this one as well? Probably this one if we're gonna do that. A lot of Plastech stuff here. Oh, I think they're color-coded by which corporation owns these areas. I just noticed that now.
There's a highly placed executive burning the midnight oil at this office, with half the security detail that someone with that kind of access would usually have. Let's crack open his brain and steal his access codes.
I honestly want to see what hacking into his cranial security is going to mean. Just as much as anything else. And that same commenter told me that these guys, what they do when they get their unique trait is that they put daemons on random machines when their security guards are knocked unconscious, and they can take back devices I've hacked. We're probably going to see that this time. Also, elite agents are stationed in this facility, which kind of terrifies me. Let's do it. Hopefully they're like elite beat agents, and instead of fighting, we can just have a dance-off. I mean, Rush looks like she would have some killer moves. Alright. Locate the financial suite, get out alive, and get money, get paid. Stick to the shadows, be fleet of foot, we'll get out of here alive. Thank you, Banks. Alright, so start running fusion immediately. Hack this power with International. And I want to send International up first, because she'll... Oh, okay. Beware of the Data Guardian's daemons. Daemons are defensive AI programs that protect mainframe devices. They will trigger when you hack the device. Different daemons have different effects, but all of them will hurt. Be careful, operator. Okay. How do I exit this? Okay, there it is. Alright. Go back into there, and it looks like this has a daemon. Hacks facility database. Ooh, but it might be useful. So, if I read Taurus correctly, I can just move this, right? Yep, it's gone. It moved somewhere completely different. I really want to see if there are other devices I can hack in this room. So I will peek with International. There's a guard. And his eyes are right on the door. Let me observe him. Are you going somewhere? You're patrolling in another room. And also there's this thing. Camera drone. Hack this unit in the mainframe to gain temporary control. It doesn't detect sound. It's immune to KOs. EMPs will stop it. So I can double data blast to get control of both of these, but I don't know if this guy can take that control back. So what I'll probably do is just end my turn after bringing Banks and Rush a little closer. Alright, so end my turn. Yep, get in there. Okay, and the camera drone's stationary. So I can just data blast everything over here. Data blast that once, and then data blast it one more time. Oh, so this one gives me a map of the facility. So I now know the entire layout of this floor. I don't know what's in any part of it, but I know the layout. And this is just a corporate safe. Well, not just a corporate safe. I mean, corporate safe, you're special however you are. Oh, and this guy is only temporarily under my control. Alright. I'll move International up here. Okay, so I can data blast next turn and get both of those if I want to. I will peek. My guess is this guy coming right back through the door. And that room only has in it, like, what I can see. There's no other stuff going on with that. I'm gonna observe him. I really want to observe him with somebody else, but I have to observe him with International. Yep, he's headed right outside. I think I will ambush him then. I'll ambush him, and then I'll move everybody else as far up as I can. Because the camera drone's under my control for now, anyway. So I will end my turn there.
Hey, intruder!
What? Oh, he didn't move one space ahead. That's hidden. But it's on Banks. I think I just sacrifice one of them. Might be what ends up happening here. Because Rush is made. So I think I'll sacrifice Banks.
Agent down. They're
What?
stable for now. Get some med gel into them or drag them back to the jet.
How does this work? I'm already made? That's awful. Let me see. Yeah, and I'm stuck here. So, should not sacrifice. That's good to know. I will... Okay, that's not useful. So... R.I.P. Rush.
Intruder
We've
down,
lost
target
contact
down.
with an agent. Move
Investigating
in our other
area.
assets to recover.
And the camera drone is knocked out. That's something. Go, International. Knock this man out. Alright. It doesn't look like he put a daemon on the server. So let's get fusion going. And then... Oh, this is looking like a real good data blast. But I think I'll wait until the drone is rebooted. Whew! I might have gotten in over my head. Alright. The walls have eyes, apparently. Alright, but I can data blast, and this is going to be a real good one. Data blast seems real good. Okay, so this guy has armor, I think. Requires armor-piercing weapons. Come on. Any chance I can just disable this drone? Nope, it just exists. I can share a space with it for some reason, though. Okay. And they're both stationary. Oh, I can move the camera drone. He's mine right now. I get ya. I didn't even know that. Will you shoot the camera drone if he just goes in there? Nope. The camera drone can go where he pleases. And these guys are both stationary. Man, that's gonna be... This is gonna be rough. I'm gonna have to do some real covert ops to get these guys. And I need to wait one more turn because International's thing is on cooldown. What the hell is this guy?
I found a downed drone.
Okay, so there's Cyber Scream. Each time this unit is KO'd or alerted, mainframe devices within 5 tiles get +1 firewalls. That sounds horrifying. Good lord. Rush, I wish you were awake. I can't believe that I'm gonna lose this to my own stupidity. Now, of all times. Because I can't get past this guard. I don't think. Yeah, I can't KO him. He has too much armor piercing. Let me see. Okay. So I can't abort the mission unless I get somebody to the exit. And I can't get somebody to the exit because this entire area is watched. Well, I'm not going to call this an episode because it's gone on for a very short amount of time. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to cut to starting the next agency. Or I'm going to show the experience screen because I think that we unlock a bunch of new stuff after this. But after that, I'm going to cut to starting the next agency, and we'll continue from their first mission. And like I promised, this time, it's going to be a 3 rewinds run with at least one of the contingency plan characters. It's galling to admit that I'm this bad, but I am. Yep. Cash in my earned experience. Give it to me.
Team eliminated. Shutting down neural sync.
Goodbye, Incognita. It was nice working with you. Yep, they're all MIA now. Ooh, but I got new programs. I got Fusion again. Hooray. And Parasite. Infect target to break 1 firewall at the start of each turn, +1 power cost per hosted parasite. Interesting. Oh, and I only got 300 experience because I only completed level 1 missions. And level 3 is about as tough as it gets, so now I know that. And I will cut to the start of the next agency, so I will see you in a little while. Alright, and we're back. We didn't unlock any new agents, but now I'm going to look at all of the agents other than Rush and see which ones we're going to take. So we've got Draco. Let's see what he is about.
Draco's methods were certainly unconventional, and I took heat for recruiting him. But what my superiors failed to understand was that we were not fighting a conventional war, and we could not afford to limit ourselves to conventional tactics. The corporations had deeper pockets than we did, and were wholly unaccountable to the system of international justice. I didn't have the luxury of restraint. I was charged with interdicting the enemy's security operations as efficiently as possible, and if bad things happen to a couple of their corpses along the way, I make no apologies. Someday I'll get around to his silly vampire book. Who has time to read nowadays, anyway?
Okay, so Matei Cernat. Born with a rare photosensitive skin condition, Matei grew up a recluse in a dimly lit world of dusty books and old stories. His debut, Nerval, the Data Vampires, made him a small fortune upon its publication, but he spent much of it resecuring his privacy, dogged by rumors of strange augmentations and questions about the real-life inspiration for his macabre works. He eventually faked his own death and retreated into the shadows. When corporate forces overran his hometown in the first major offensive of the war, he emerged from hiding and offered his skills to the PEIA. Strapped for agents, the PEIA didn't ask too many questions about how a reclusive Nervalist would have attained such skills. So he starts with +1 strength, a plasma gun. Corporate HVAC systems detect the gunpowder and traditional firearms, instantly making them useless during infiltrations. Plasma weapons may have limited ammo and a high credit cost, but at least they don't broadcast your position to the entire facility when you take them out of your pocket. Okay, so it's an unnoticed gun. He has a phaser and neural pattern grid. Mapping human neural tissue is not a simple task, especially with the ever-changing data of a live subject. However, it is much easier to get good data pull when the patterns remain constant still. User cannot buy skill upgrades. Scanned KO guards generate a random bonus. Dead unit scanned will give permanent skill upgrades. Alright, so this guy is the murderer man. So that might be an interesting way to do it. I mean, these last ones were really all about stealth, but we can try a murder run with this man and Shalem 11. I'll look at the other two first, though, to see what they do. So there's Derek.
Derek puts on an air of self-interest, but he's got more skin in this game than he's willing to admit. He saw the nasty side of corporate power as an orphan back in Manchester, and he's never forgotten it. He's able to put some of those feelings aside for the sake of business, but when the chips are really down, he can still be counted upon. When I was captured, the agency wrote me off. I don't blame them. Not many people walk out of a deprogramming chamber the same person they went in as. But Derek kept looking. He tracked down the facility where they were holding me and was able to remotely hijack a nanofab within. A single neural disruptor in the right hands at the right time can make all the difference in the world.
Okay. So, Derek Mossman was a skilled, self-taught hacker who stole and cheated his way out of post-industrial Manchester. His curiosity for exotic technologies far outstrips his means, and he originally joined the PEIA to gain access to the newest toys. Gladstone could see his potential and took him under her wing. Their fortunes at the agency rose together. And when Gladstone took charge, she appointed him her second-in-command. While Derek is a serviceable agent, his truest skills lay in logistics. His ability to lie in logistics. Okay, yeah, it's going to be one of these. His ability to produce credits and materials seemingly out of thin air kept the PEIA fighting strong until the bitter end of the conflict. After the war, he would use those same skills to create one of the most extensive private information gathering networks on the planet. Okay, so this is like young monster. And he's got the portal gun? Transport beacon. Okay. In the event of bifunctional arrival, be sure to thoroughly clean the device before reuse. Throw to place, activate in the mainframe to teleport the holder of the particle envelope augment to this location. The location must be clear. Consumes 4 power when activated. Okay. Neural dart. A small propelled shot delivers a knockout toxin to an unarmored target over a long range. Quiet and effective, but it can be awkward when the target comes to their senses. So it knocks the guard out for 2 turns, but it has ammo. And he also has particle envelope, the thing that lets him use the transport beacon. Okay, and he starts with plus hacking. And then finally, we have Olivia.
What can I say? When it comes to covert InfoSec operations, I know more than any living human being on the planet. This is not boasting, it's an undeniable fact, bought with long, hard decades of experience. We could have won the war. I still believe that. But our early efforts were hamstrung by incompetent leadership that refused to accept the severity of the situation. When the director finally realized how bad it was, he defected to the corps. I took over and made it our first priority to recapture him before he gave away too many of our operational secrets. I pulled the trigger myself, and I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Okay, so this is Young Central. Or, young is a relative term, but younger. Olivia Gladstone first joined the PEIA as an agent long before the outbreak of open hostilities. Originally intelligence officer for the British government, she brought a degree of professionalism to the fledgling organization. A brilliant tactician on the field, she quickly gained a reputation for keeping her composure in even the most dire of situations. Gladstone was captured during a risky solo mission in 2043. While she eventually escaped, her time in captivity left lasting injuries that impaired her field performance. After retraining as an operator, she proved even more formidable behind the screen. Her mission ranking was unparalleled when the war began, and it was no surprise when she was chosen to lead the PEIA when its founding director defected. Okay, so she's got ambient turbine. Olivia knew the acquisition of power would be necessary for her success in and off the field. Generate power equal to KO damage done in melee. That seems insane. Neural Disruptor, yep. And Crybaby. Extensive focus tests were performed to find the most distracting sound to the common security guard. Throw to place, activate in the mainframe to create noise. Okay, so she's got a little distraction buoy. Considering the series of characters we have unlocked and the series of characters we've played, I really want to do a Draco and Shalem 11
Shalem
run.
is good at covering his tracks. I don't usually employ people I don't understand, but his skill set was too useful to pass up. He's obviously using us as a means to some personal end. We'll see who shows their hand first.
They both have a lot of strength, so they can drag bodies around when they need to. They both have lethal weapons, though they need to get ammo, which is going to be interesting. And then they both are 40 years old, so that's going to be fun. And in the meantime, let's look at... Okay, so it's still the same series of programs. We haven't tried Power Drip yet, so I want to try that, especially because we won't have International to do all of our wireless power stuff for us. And let's try Parasite, just unlock that. That's going to be interesting. And actually, on second thought, I feel like this is a fine time to end the episode. We'll start with the next mission on... We'll start with the first mission of the murder duo on the next episode. Novelist and assassin together again. The perfect combination. So thank you so much for watching. Leave a like and comment if you like what you saw. Really appreciate it. And I could definitely still use some tips and tricks, so leave those in the comments. And I will see you next time.